Put it in a slideshow mode, sir. Make it as a slideshow. Slideshow. Slideshow is not working, sir. Share the screen again. Share the screen, sir. Yeah, move the slides, sir. We'll check if slides are moving. Yes, sir. Yes, this is fine. Okay, now I'll make an announcement, and then you can disconnect the phone and start. Okay. English, sir, English. Okay, because we have participants all over India, English is preferable. Okay, just wait, sir. Now everything is right. Don't disconnect the phone. I'll make an announcement, then you disconnect the phone and start. Yeah, 30 minutes is the maximum time. 5 or 10 minutes, if you're extending, okay, no problem. But don't go beyond 40 minutes, sir. Okay? Okay. Just give me a minute, sir. I'll make an announcement. Good evening, everyone. On behalf of agricultureinformation.com, I welcome Dr. RPS Baghel, and he will talk about importance of fish in human nutrition. I now request the speaker to begin. Sir, you can disconnect the phone and you can start. Please disconnect the phone, then only I can contact you.
Friends, first of all, I would like to thank to Agriculture and Information Center. They have assigned me the topic, importance of fish in human nutrition. Dear friends, what I feel, human is the most precious gift of the nature, and to get the best output from the human being, they should be very healthy. And for the best health of the human being, the diet plays very important role. And among the diet, the good quality feed, that is most important. And here, fish is an excellent food for the human health. It can be the excellent part of the nutritious diet, which is very crucial worldwide, because in most of the countries, many population, they are suffering from protein calorie malnutrition. And in this case, this cheaper, excellent quality feed as a fish can be of a great value. What I have observed, that in the last years, about 20% of the average per capita intake of the animal protein has been supplied by fish to more than 3.3 billion people. Thus, you can realize how important fish is for supplying the excellent quality protein to the human being. Gradually look into the importance of fish for the human health. Its intake is gradually increasing, and the world per capita fish intake up to 1980s, it was only 12.5 kg. Up to 19, it increased to 14.4 kg, and 2017, now it has increased to 20.5 kg per capita per year. So we can realize that how the fish intake is gradually increasing in the consumption of human diet. If we see the global consumption, it has been recorded that it has increased by 16.3%. In future, it is going to increase gradually. And the reason is the fish is the healthiest food on the planet. And certainly it is because of the excellent quality of the food and the cheapest animal protein available in the nature. First of all, it is cheapest, no doubt. Secondly, it is rich in most of the important nutrients required for the body, especially the good quality protein, fat, minerals, and vitamins. And among the fat, the omega fatty acids, they are playing very important role. So, high quality protein is supplied by the fish along with the good quality fat, vitamins and minerals. And thus, in the world scenario, the fish can be excellent food to protect from the food and nutrition security. So it can give a good security to the people regarding their nutritional level. If we see the nutritive value of fish, that is very important. It is mostly containing water, protein, fat, and some amount of minerals. It is nil in carbohydrate, nil in fiber, and the protein content you can see it ranges from 18 to 20%. No doubt, the protein content is variable slightly in different species of fishes and in different season. But average, it is an excellent quality protein, and the protein why excellent quality? It is rich in most of the essential amino acids. The amino acids which are not being synthesized by the human body, they must be available in the body through diet. Then only body performance can be very good. So fish is an excellent source of essential amino acids. The protein present in the fish is easily digestible. It has excellent biological value, and that is very important for the growth and development of the children. Maintenance and repair of body tissues. Continuously there is loss of body tissues in the body, and that needs repair. So that needs protein, and this is supplied by this excellent quality fish protein. Secondly, the protein is very important in the body for all physiological process which requires enzymes and hormones, and synthesis of these enzymes and hormones, they require protein. So protein is very important. Now, second component of the fish, you can see it is 0.2 to 2.25% in the fish fat, and that is variable depending on the type of fish. In case of fatty fishes, the fat content is very high, while in case of lean fishes, the fat content is very low. So depending on the need of the human being, if we are much more worried for protein, so we should take lean fish, and if we want good quality fat, then fatty fishes can be taken. So fat as a nutrient is highly variable in the fish. It depends on the type of fish, species of fish, in different seasons, in different physiological functions. Among the fat, no doubt, it is an excellent source of energy, but fish fat is getting importance only because of PUFA present in it. PUFA is polyunsaturated fatty acid, and it is very essential for the proper growth of children. And in children, it prevents the occurrence of cardiovascular diseases in future. And the fat needs for the better absorption of fat-soluble vitamins. So it helps in the absorption of these vitamins A, D, E, and K. So these are the fat-soluble vitamins: vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E, and vitamin K. They play a very important role in the body, and fat is required for their better absorption. Similarly, this fat is an excellent source of B complex vitamins also, besides vitamin A and D. And these vitamins, they are the biological booster. when these vitamins are present in the body, our metabolic activity, the body metabolic activity will be excellent. So they charge the body system, they charge our biological activity, and so they are very important in the diet. Vitamin A, which is normally deficient in the human being, it is found in very high amount in the fishes. And if we realize the role of vitamin A, it is very essential for the normal vision of the human being. Secondly, in case of growing child, it is very important for the bone growth. And what we have realized, the fatty fishes, they contain more amount of vitamin A than the lean fishes. Reason being, vitamin A is fat soluble. So where the fat content is more in the body of fish, they will retain more amount of vitamin A. Second most important vitamin is vitamin D, because nowadays, mostly in the urban areas, people are not exposed to sunlight for the longer duration. And mostly, especially women, they suffer from vitamin D deficiency. But vitamin D is very important for the absorption of calcium from the body. Dear friends, vitamin D is metabolized in the body, in the liver, with the help of enzyme, and then in the kidney. And its metabolite is produced in the kidney, that is called as 1,25 dihydroxycholecalciferol, that is also called as calcitriol. And you can realize this calcitriol acts as a hormone, and it plays very important role to maintain the calcium level in the body, either by increasing the absorption of calcium from the intestine, or by increasing the absorption or loss of calcium from the kidney, or by increasing the release of calcium from the bone to the blood, and maintains the plasma blood calcium level. So very important for the bone growth and very important for the nerves activity of the body. Vitamin C is present in very less quantity in the fishes, but this vitamin C is very important for the healing of the wound, for the regeneration of cells of the body, for maintaining the integrity of the body tissues, and this is very important for the absorption of iron in the nervous system especially, and that also helps in the synthesis of hemoglobin in the blood. Among the minerals, many minerals, they are present in large quantity in the fishes. Very important is phosphorus, calcium, iodine, iron, selenium, and zinc. These minerals, no doubt, we can get from the food item, but these minerals available in the fish, they are highly available in the body. They are maximum available in the body, so that is of great use. This iron, very important mineral, helps in the synthesis of our hemoglobin, and that is very important for distribution of oxygen in the body cells and release of carbon dioxide from body cells to the atmosphere. So very precious for our human health. Besides the calcium content is no doubt highly variable in the fish. If we are consuming small fishes, if we are consuming whole small fishes, they are good source of calcium. But if we are consuming only flesh portion, meat portion of the fish without bone, then that is a poor source of calcium. So calcium is very important for development and mineralization of bones. Bone growth. Initially, bone is mostly protein in nature. Mostly it contains connective tissue and is very weak. But because of the mineralization, because of deposition of calcium hydroxyapatite, that is deposition of calcium mineral crystals, bone becomes hard. So calcium is very important for the bone growth, for the nervous system, and functioning of body cells, functioning of our central nervous system. So the activity of nervous system, development of the bone, that will be very good. And blood clot formation. When any injury occurs, immediately calcium plays its important role for action of the cells to form the blood clot. So this is very important for our body. Here you can realize the fish has important minerals and important vitamins besides protein in the body. So it is excellent feed, excellent food for us. Regarding zinc, no doubt it is required in less quantity, but it is very good for our immune system, very good for our growth, body growth, especially in case of youngsters. And for us, it is very important to maintain the health of the skin. If our skin is healthy, our body is protected from any infection from the outside. If our immune system is very good, we can be protected from many of the diseases. So zinc plays very important role here. Next, iodine. We get many times iodine from the iodized salt, but its availability is very poor. But if we are getting the iodine from the seafood, like the fishes, its availability is very high, and our body cells gets excellent quality of iodine in sufficient quantity. And within the body, iodine is very important for synthesis of hormones, that is thyroxine, triiodothyronine, and they are very important to control the metabolism of the cells, to control the metabolism of nutrients, to release the energy production in the body, and that is very important for the growth and development of the children and for their proper behavioral development. In case of adult, in case of ladies, pregnant ladies, this iodine is very important because their requirement is more, hormone secretion is more. So iodine is very important. In case of pregnant ladies, it is recommended that they should consume fish. Dear friends, the fat, which is again the most important component of the fish, normally if we see in our diet, it is saturated fat. Best example, you can take any type of solid fat that is saturated. But saturated fat in our body is very harmful because within the body system, within the blood vascular system, the saturated fatty acid is very favorable for formation of blood clot, and that is directly related with the cardiovascular diseases, that is atherosclerosis, hardening of the blood vessels, angina, heart pain, stroke, heart stroke, and main reason is saturated fat, saturated fatty acids. They increase the level of cholesterol in the blood level, and the blood flow of the person is also reduced. So overall, saturated fatty acids, they are not good for our health. And here fish plays very important role because fish has excellent fatty acid. They are mostly in the form of unsaturated fatty acid. Unsaturated fatty acids, friends, it means the fatty acid has double bonds in its chain. And the most important fatty acids, they are called as PUFA, polyunsaturated fatty acid. When they have many more double bonds in their chain, then they are called as PUFA. And mostly these PUFA, they are omega-3 fatty acids or omega-6 fatty acids. Among these two, omega-3 fatty acids, they are very important. If we see different essential fatty acids, linolenic acid, linoleic acid, arachidonic acid, they can be available us. They can be present in our diet. But icosapentaenoic acid, docosahexaenoic acid, that is EPA and DHA, they are mostly not present in our diet, and they are very rich in the fish. And this EPA and DHA is playing very important role for the development of the children. In young children, they play very important role. In adult, in old, they play very important role for the functioning of brain, for the functioning of cardiovascular diseases, for blood vascular diseases, for immunity, and prevents many more diseases. Thus, omega-3 fatty acids, they are anti-thrombotic, means thrombus formation, blood clot formation in the blood vascular system will be reduced, anti-arrhythmic and anti-inflammatory. Many times within the body system, reaction is going on continuously, and cells are inflamed, and there is production of bioactive compounds. They are harmful to the body. So these omega-3 fatty acid acts anti-inflammatory. They check the inflammation process in the body. This DHA, docosahexaenoic acid, very important omega-3 fatty acid. Its concentration is very high in the brain tissue and in the optic nerve. So in the eye, in the brain, concentration of DHA is very high. And in the brain cells, it is acting as for the rejuvenation of our nervous system, for the rejuvenation of our brain cells, and improve the functioning of the brain. As has been observed, this docosahexaenoic acid is present in large quantity in the human nervous system, and about 5 grams is found in the human brain, and it is about 15% of the total fatty acids in the brain of the human being. So we can realize how important is docosahexaenoic acid, DHA, for our brain development. How they act? These omega-3 fatty acids, they are precursor for various types of bioactive compounds, and especially they produces eicosanoids in the body, and they have lot of role in the body system. And these eicosanoids, they are helpful in reducing the inflammatory process in the body. Besides this, they are very important to maintain the heart health of the human being by reducing the blood cholesterol. If the blood cholesterol level is less, then the clot formation in the blood vascular system will be very less, and heart will be healthy. Besides heart, omega-3 fatty acids, they maintain our mental health. And as the studies reports, these omega fatty acids, they prevent depression in the people. They prevent from diseases like Parkinson's disease, psychosis problems in the human being. They reduces weight loss. The fat of the waist, that is reduced very much. It decreases the liver fat and supports for the development of the brain in case of child. And thus, it fights with the inflammatory process in the body. So omega fatty acids, omega-3 fatty acids, DHA are very important. And has been observed that the omega-3 fatty acids, they are very high in the wild fishes, which are naturally observed in the rivers, as compared to the fishes which are raised in the farm. And secondly, the cold water fishes, they contains very high amount of this omega-3 fatty acid. So cold water fishes, wild fishes, they will be very good for our health. Now regarding source of the omega-3 fatty acids, omega-6 fatty acids, omega-6 fatty acids, they are also good, but comparatively, omega-3 is very important. Omega-6 is very important for the development of the growth of the child. Important fishes, sardine, menadine, salmon, codfish, herring fish, they are very good source of these omega-3 fatty acids. So fish oil, they are very good source of both omega-6 and omega-9 fatty acids, besides the omega-3. Now regarding the EPA, eicosapentaenoic acid, that is again omega-3 fatty acid. Its concentration is very high in salmon fish, 13%, and in sardine fish, around 10%. While DHA content, docosahexaenoic content, in case of salmon fish, again maximum 18%, and in sardine fish, 10%. So we can realize the salmon fish, the sardine fish, they are very important, very rich in DHA and EPA. Besides our fish oil in the fishes, no doubt the oil in the vegetables, in the oil seeds, they are also important, like linoleic acid, linolenic acid, ALH, alpha, linolenic acid, they are omega-6 fatty acids, and comparatively, they are playing less important role as compared to the omega-3 fatty acids found in large quantity in the fishes. Our soybean oil, sesame oil, olive oil, they are good source of omega-6 fatty acid and omega-9 fatty acid. They play also important role in the body. In case of children, it has been found that supplementation of omega-3 fatty acid, it increases their concentration of studies and enhances their brain development. So in the childhood, the children who are given good quantity of fish or fish oil, their brain development will be certainly very good. Thus we can see that these fishes, they are very high in important nutrients regarding high quality protein, vitamins and minerals, and the omega-3 fatty acids present in the fishes, they are very important for body and brain development, and they reduces the risk of many of the diseases in human beings. These omega fatty acids present in the fish, they reduces the risk of heart attack and various types of strokes. And it has been found that if the fish is consumed per week, it reduces 15% chances of heart diseases. Thus, fatty fishes, due to high omega-3 fatty acid, they are more important, more healthier for the protection of the heart attack and strokes. These fishes, they contain very high amount of crucial nutrients, and especially that is omega-3 fatty acid, that is very essential for growth and development. And among the omega-3 fatty acids, as I have told, docosahexaenoic acid, that is very important for the development of the brain and eye, especially in case of young children. It is advised that raw fishes should not be consumed, uncooked fishes they should not be consumed, neither it may lead to infection and it will not be beneficial. These fishes, they boost our brain health. So brain function has been found to decline. It has been found to reduce with the aging, as the age increases, especially in the older age. Because of the neurodegenerative changes occurs in the neurons, in the brain cells, the brain functions gradually reduces, and the best example is Alzheimer's disease. So this can be prevented, this can be reduced These type of diseases can be minimized if fish intake is regularly, maybe maximum twice in a week. And it has been observed here that people who eat fish every week, they have more gray matter. And that is very important to regulate the emotion and or the memory. Next point is these fishes, they help to prevent and treat depression. Many times people, they undergo depression, and because of depression there can be many social problems, physical problems. Here it has been observed that omega-3 fatty acid has very important role to protect, to prevent the depression of the people, of the person, and various other mental conditions can be protected, like the bipolar disorder in the vision. So depression can be protected, and has been observed that who eat fish regularly, they are less likely to suffer from depression. It is a good quality dietary source of vitamin D. As I have already told, vitamin D is very important because in the body, after its metabolism, it is converted to one of the hormone that is functioning just like a steroid hormone, very important for the metabolism of calcium. And these fatty fishes like salmon and herring, they contain highest concentration of vitamin D. Similarly, cod liver oil available in the market, that is very cheapest source of vitamin D because that contains mostly very high amount of vitamin D. The risk of autoimmune diseases. Many times people, they suffer from autoimmune diseases, and by consumption of fish, the risk of autoimmune diseases can be minimized. For example, type 1 diabetes, hereditary, that is many times because of autoimmune disease, and here in this case, it has been observed by research that omega-3 fatty acid, omega-3 or fish oil consumption reduces the risk of type 1 diabetes in case of children or in case of adults. Because many children, they suffer from diabetes, and that is mostly because of autoimmune disorder. The fish intake has been found to also reduce the risk of rheumatoid arthritis. In older age, mostly the people suffer from arthritis, joint pain, lot of problem in the movement. So these fish oil, they have been found to have beneficial effect. And then it prevents multiple sclerosis. Their vertebral column becomes bent. Its shape is disturbed. So a people feels a lot of problem in the movement. Movement is not normal. That is because of sclerosis, but that can be prevented maximum by consumption of fishes. In case of children, many young children, they suffer from asthma. So studies have been observed that consumption of fish prevents asthma in case of children. And has been observed that about 20% of the cases has been found that by feeding the fish, the asthma has been reduced. It protects the vision in the older age. This is very important for us because in the older age, as the age increases, the brain cell degeneration, the retinal cell degeneration, they are very important. And here, fish oil, that is very important to protect our vision. Because age-related macular degeneration, macula means it is the component of eye, and if it undergoes degeneration, blindness develops. Vision impairment occurs, blindness occurs. So AMD can be prevented by consumption of fishes, So regularly, those who are consuming fish, the macular degeneration chances are very less. Omega-3 has been found to protect it. And regular intake of fish has been found to reduce the AMD by 42 to 53%. So this is good supporting data. Fish intake may improve sleep quality. Many persons, they have the problem of sleep. So research indicated that the sleep disorder problems can be prevented by consumption of fish because they have been found related with the vitamin D deficiency problem. And as we know that fish oil fishes contains very high amount of vitamin D. So by consumption of fishes, vitamin D intake will be more and sleep disorders may be reduced. Here, consumption of salmon fish 3 times per week has been found to reduce the sleep disorder in human being. And at last, we can say that fish is an excellent delicious food and it can be prepared very nicely and its consumption is very good, very tasty. So in spite of all the myths, we should try to consume more quantity of fish and we must realize that it is the excellent quality of food for the human being, the cheapest quality of food for the human being, and certainly it is going to improve our health. Only few things I would like to add here. Fishes, they also contain some harmful elements like mercury. Many times they are present in higher amount, depending on the environmental pollution, industrial pollution. So we must take care that if our fishes, they are of good quality, if we are purchasing good fishes, especially river fishes, no doubt, the sea fishes, they are also very good. But we have to protect ourselves by reducing the toxic elements like mercury. Here one thing more, among different elements, fluorine, in very small quantity of fluorine, many times we take paste containing fluorine, but fluorine in very minute quantity, this is very important for our bone density, for the quality of bone, for the strength of the bone. So this fish also supplied good quantity of all these nutrients. So thank you very much, dear friends. I would like to summarize that fish is the cheapest and excellent quality food for the human being. And its intake will certainly reduce the protein, calorie malnutrition, and will improve the health of the children as well as the adult, and it will improve the health in the older age. Thank you very much. One minute, I'm stopping the sharing.
Thank you very much, sir, for a wonderful presentation. I am going to take up the questions from the participants now. And the first question is, are there specific types of fish that are particularly rich in nutrients and why?
Hello?
Yes, sir. Read
Yeah,
it out.
friends, specific type of fish, as I have told, two type of fishes. One is fatty fish, one is lean fish. Lean fish, they are very less in fat content, maybe 0.2%, 0.5%. So in those fishes, fat content is very less, means PUFA content is very less, but that is excellent quality protein, good for the growth of the children, good for the human being. If we are concerned with the PUFA, for the intake of more amount of PUFA, then fatty fishes like salmon, cod, herring, those fishes should be consumed. Regarding the region, it is genetic. Secondly, in young age, their energy requirement is very high. So storage of fat is less in the body of the fishes. And as the age increases, as their size increases, their movement reduces. And in different conditions, like in the breeding condition, before the breeding condition, in the summer season, they store more amount of energy in the body, and that is mainly in the form of fat. So that is the main reason.
How does fish consumption
How does
contribute
the
to
consumption
heart health
contribute
and
to heart
reduce the
health?
risk of cardiovascular
Dear
diseases?
friends, already I have told polyunsaturated fatty acid like docosahexaenoic acid, they are very important for the blood vascular system. They increase the blood flow. They are responsible for thinning of the blood. They increase the cholesterol metabolism. So by all these things, especially cholesterol is very harmful to our body and to the heart. Because of the cholesterol, there is thick plaque formation, just like clot. And when it is formed in large quantity, that blocks our capillaries, that blocks the heart blood supply. And because of that, heart is damaged and various coronary heart diseases, or you can say simply various heart problems, they occur. But these fatty acids, so-called PUFA, omega-3 fatty acids in the fishes, they are very important to have the excellent health of the blood vascular system. And so supply of the blood is very good in the heart, and heart remains very healthy.
How does fish consumption relate to reducing the risk of certain chronic diseases such as diabetes and arthritis?
Again, the main importance of the fish regarding chronic diseases like diabetes, arthritis, the important role is only played by PUFA, either EPA, eicosapentaenoic acid, or docosahexaenoic acid. If they are consumed regularly, then these fatty acids, they produce eicosanoids in the body. And dear friends, these eicosanoids, they have lot of diversified function in the body. And as the findings have indicated, intake of DHA, docosahexaenoic acid has been found to reduce the arthritis. And this must be related with the better synthesis of synovial fluid that is related to chondroitin sulfate synthesis, mucopolysaccharide synthesis, and because of that, the cartilage development of the joints is very good, that is rejuvenated. As a result, the problem of arthritis reduces very much. Similarly, regarding various diseases, chronic diseases, yes, it is simply what we are telling PUFA. But within the body system, they produce many type of chemicals which play favorable role for prevention of our body diseases.
Are there any potential risks associated with eating fish, such as mercury contamination, and how can they be mitigated?
Regarding the potential risk, it is negligible because normally what we see, our intake of the fish protein, fish is very less. But those who are in the coastal areas, their intake is no doubt in large quantity. But many times, some fishes, they accumulate. Mercury is a slow poison that is accumulated in the body, but in many times the condition may occur, but usually the toxicity has been not recorded except in case of pregnant women, because that may have adverse effect on the child's development, but it is very rare chance. Only I have indicated that mercury, sometimes if it is accumulated in large quantity, that may be a drawback.
Can fish be an essential part of vegetarian or vegan diet, and what alternatives are available for those who don't consume fish?
Regarding the vegetarians and non-vegetarians, no doubt DHA is excellent. Docosahexaenoic acid present through the fish is excellent, no comparison of that. But those who are vegetarian, they can also get omega-6 fatty acids, mostly from the vegetable oils. It is soybean oil, sesame oil, they are sunflower oil, they are the good sources. And in the body, omega-3 fatty acid can be synthesized to some extent, but their role is not as good as omega-3 fatty acid present to the fish.
How does the cooking method and preparation of fish affects its nutrition value?
Regarding the method of cooking, if the exposure of high temperature is there with the fish, no doubt there will be much more nutrient losses. So frying up fishes reduces the nutritive value. So it is better that if it is steam cooking will reduce minimum losses in the fishes. But frying of the fish increases the loss. So we should try to avoid lot of frying of the fishes. That will be best.
Are there any ongoing research or developments in the field of fish nutrition that may change our understanding of its importance in future?
Very nice question. In the world, there is a lot of work is going on in the fish and human health. As we can realize, the study in the human is a very tedious job. So only clinical observations, survey data indicates. So lot of work is available, lot of data is available, people are working. And according to the observations, we can get the information. And that's why many data I have indicated that fish intake about twice or thrice in a week will be highly beneficial, and still the work is going on. We can get better information in future.
Thank you very much, sir. We have now completed the round of questions. On behalf of agricultureinformation.com, we like to thank Dr. RPS Baghel for the talk and for answering the questions. I like to also thank all the participants in the meeting. This meeting will now be closed.
Okay, thank you very much. Thanks to all and good day. Best wishes.